information. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right, and you tuned in to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our takes and reviews of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, my guy?
Man, same thing, different day. You know, just out here taking in a bunch of content, dude. Like, hey, when I tell you, but I got some joints Friday. Well, I got some joints. Like, I finally seen this one new movie that came out, and they got it streaming now. That shit is wild, but I'm ready to go over that shit on the Friday episode. But man, just loving this October, man. You know, I love this time of year. And also I sent you something yesterday. We got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear that thing I sent you yesterday?
No, I missed it. What happened?
I sent you a video. Well, so basically I had went back into the archives of an old pod and one of my old 28 minutes or less. And I mentioned what we was doing on here. We called it Fright Fest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had called it Fright Fest. That's what we had called. I had sent you to it in a text message. And so yeah, like we were trying to remember. I was like, was it Oktoberfest? Was it Horror Fest?
I definitely said Horror Fest.
Yeah. So I went
That's hilarious.
And I heard an old pod that I did last year when we started this, and I was like, yeah, man, we started this Fright Fest on Viewers Anonymous. So that's what we called it, man. We're gonna have to write this shit down because we done came up with some shit and just completely forgot what we named it.
100%.
So yes. So we actually called it last year, the first year we did it, we called it Fright Fest.
Yeah, Fright Fest.
Yeah,
I don't know why I ain't remember that. That's because we went for the corny name too. I can't believe I ain't remember that. But what's up, man?
I mean, shit, man. Good, man. I'm good. How about you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Bright like this hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's
definitely bright. I like it bright.
Man, listen, bro. I'm eager, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this paycheck to roll in, bro. I've been working overtime like crazy, so I'm excited to get this money, man. But outside of that, bro, everything has been great. I'm excited about this one because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nothing about what happened with this movie, and I watched it twice, so I don't get this movie at all. So hopefully you can help me learn what's going on because I don't understand this shit whatsoever.
Oh, but I definitely get it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I watched some. I watched some other things this weekend as well. I can't wait for the what we watching because man, I got some. I got two. I got two. Yep, I got two. I got two. So it was crazy because I had some money on my Google Play account. And I was just going through and I was looking at all the apps and stuff, and I had pretty much bought all the apps that I usually use for Google or would need for Google or whatever. And then I'm like, I wonder if I could, you know what I'm saying, rent some movies or buy some movies, and went through, found some movies I ain't seen yet. Boom. And I was like, yeah, it's on and popping. So definitely got a great what we watching coming. But outside of that, man, everything is great.
Man, that's what's up, man. Glad to hear that, man. So but yeah, man, like, yeah, anything you got, because like I told you before, man, like for me, I felt like this was like one of those underrated joints. Just you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. But also this also goes along with the whole thing of, you know, what year this movie came out in.
1999, one of possibly the greatest years of film and television history.
Man, we still need to find another year. I think we did though. I think we said something about like 2006 or something. I forgot what we said.
It might have been like 06, maybe 08, around that time.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. We'll have to go back in the archives and look at it. But yeah, man. One of them 99 joints, man. For the people who religiously listen to this podcast, hopefully it's all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That y'all heard that movies of 1999, and I remember mentioning it, but I don't I don't know if I got like obviously not in depth like we about to now, but like definitely remember mentioning House on 100 Hill. And you were right the first
put
time.
it on like some list or some shit before.
Shit, I might have did, man. Listen, I be podding so much, yo.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I be forgetting what I be talking about, man. I'm telling you, yo, like it's so crazy. I was listening to, like I said, I went back because Friday. Because remember, I told you Friday is one of them days, man. It's where actually yesterday fucked me up because it was somewhat of a holiday. Well, I mean, it was a holiday. It just depends on what side of the tracks you on. You know what I'm saying? It's Indigenous People Day, but some people still call it the old day. You know what I'm saying? In Columbus Day. But you know the old meme. The only Christopher I acknowledge is Wallace.
I better say Columbus. Like that all up, didn't it?
But like, so a lot of pies didn't come out yesterday. So I went back in the archives, man, and I was like, yo, I talked about like a lot of fucking shit, but it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm definitely anxious to get into this one, man, because like this is one of those ones.
You like this movie.
I do, man. I ain't gonna front.
That's what it is. You just like this movie, bro.
I do, man. It's for me, it's sneaky good to me. Like, depending on what you're looking for in horror movies. Now, granted, it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, man, we gotta do the trailer and then we'll get into it.
Well, let's go ahead and hit this trailer, man, and then we're gonna get into the movie.
Yes, sir.
I think I got something.
Stephen, are you doing this?
No.
That's right. We're doing House on 100 Hill, as the people who listen to this have already read it. But yeah, man. So well, I guess if you watch it, you read it too, because that's the title of the podcast. So y'all know what we doing.
Oh man.
Yeah, but so listen, what about this was intriguing to you? Because I was thrown off and confused. I know what it's about, right? So it's about a dude who is throwing this quote unquote birthday party for his girl, but he invites all these random people, and they supposed to stay the night, and they all get $1 million if they can last the night in this so-called haunted house. But he like a amusement park person or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm good so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. You are, but you're not. Like, that's not the list he made. He made a list of 5 people that was in his address book, but the house changed the list.
Oh, he was in the house when that happened.
No. Okay, right. So do you remember when? Okay, so one of my favorite parts of the movie, right, is when they was in the elevator joint going up to do the ride. He's like, the dude was like, look like a regular ride to me. He was like, you ever seen one that starts at the top? So they got an elevator joint, and then the elevator started fake falling.
Yeah.
And my man started jumping. Oh Jesus! Oh God! And then it come to find out that shit was just a video, right?
Yeah.
So then the whole thing of like the ride, because you never see 2 roller coasters on the thing that close. First, they never do that. But for him to do that shit and to have one where he would break their damn roller coaster and you see the ride fly off that bitch and you about to go up to that turn Yo, that's some scary shit, but like both of those two events, that shit would have got me. And after we just did a movie like Devil,
that elevator, I'd have been sold on
that. Yeah, that would have got me. But anyway, so those people wanted to talk to him. Remember, he went to his office, and Evelyn was like, "Yo, I gave you a list of 200 people," and he shredded the list.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah,
he sat down, he typed up 5 names, and then when he got up, the computer turned back on, and then the list.
So that was his office.
Yeah, that was his office.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I thought he was in when you had said the house. I thought he was in the house when that happened.
No, he was in his office when that happened. And so the house actually changed the list. And then once you find out by watching the movie, you see how the house made the list because there were 5 people who escaped. Well, I don't know if they escaped. Well, I think they did escape because I think they was like working at night, but they was able to, dip out before the lockdown happened.
Before the shit started happening.
Yeah, well, the original events that happened back in the 30s. And so that's how it made the list. It was like, yo, y'all are the living descendants of the people who, who was supposed to have died here.
Oh, once again, I've learned something.
But this is.
Hey, I never understood like who these people were.
But this is the thing, though. This is the kicker. Well, 2 things. Number 1, the Blackburn dude.
Yeah.
Evelyn somehow invited him. He wasn't supposed to be there.
They was freaking with each other.
Yeah, they was freaking with each other. So he didn't have nothing to do with it. As you can see, the house didn't kill him. But Evelyn killed him.
Yeah, she stabbed him up.
So that's one thing. So you look at the 2 people who survived, right? You know what I'm saying? Which was Eddie and it was Sarah.
Yeah.
But you remember, Sarah said that she was Jennifer Jensen.
Fake
name. Well, it's not it's a fake name, but she was Jennifer Jensen's assistant. And she took the invitation and she went, right? So do you remember when she got out and the door closed on Eddie, right?
Right.
Eddie said, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I was adopted.
So yeah, he was good.
So the 2 people that survived wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
That's crazy. I'm gonna tell you what's even crazier was the fact that these niggas knew after what is her damn name? After Evelyn said, yo, y'all gotta be careful because you know what I'm saying, he be setting traps and shit. Ain't no telling what's going on around here. You might need something to protect yourself. They decided to go down into the basement anyway. And might I add, it was Eddie's idea. No black person in any horror movie has ever said, hey, let's go find out what that is. That's never happened. Except for this movie.
That's not what he said. He said there's got to be another way out of here.
And then when she said it's stuff going on down there, did that stop him? No.
Well, see, I think this is what got Eddie, Pritchard. The way Pritchard was acting ever since they met Pritchard, like you could tell, like this dude is really uneasy about this fucking house.
Well, he seemed like he knew what was going on.
Well, he did because his grandfather died there and his dad died there. So he knows there's something up with the house. Like his granddad, no. As a matter of fact, his granddad was one of the people that escaped.
Okay.
And his dad went back to like do some renovations on the place. And his dad died in a construction accident. So he's like, yo, there's something creepy about this fucking house. And he know it is. So if you remember, when everybody pulled up, he was like, stop the cars, get out the car. Everybody get out of the car, get out of the car. We got to walk from here. So he's like really anxious. And so then if you remember when they first walked into the house, Pritchard stayed by the door. Like he didn't go in until he got fed up with Mr. Price. It was like, yo, you give me my goddamn money right goddamn now. He was like,
yeah, he was going crazy.
You give it.
And shout out to Chris Kattan as well, because this was around the time where he was on that little run too. He had this, He had what was it? Night at the Roxbury. What else was he in, man? Hold on. Because he was
an undercover brother.
That was later. That was like a couple years after. But he had like a whole joint he was doing. So like it started at Night at the Roxbury, so that's 98. Then he was on House on Hunter Hill in 99. 2000 he was in Any Given Sunday. He did the Monkey Bone movie. He did Who Is Corky Romano? Then he did Undercover Brother. He did the Adam and Steve movie, and then after that he started falling out. But he was having a run, and not only that, he was also a part of that. He's a part of that crew that was with Saturday Night Live. It was him, Will Ferrell. Oh man, who else was that? The one chick that did the Superstar movie. It was a bunch of them. It was Molly Shannon. That's her name, Molly Shannon. And then it was a bunch of other people that was in it as well, though. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's when they had that real like big surge of people coming out of Saturday Night Live because they had the Ladies Man movie come out, which was a Saturday Night Live movie with Tim Meadows. Like it was a bunch of them doing their thing. So yeah, salute to Chris Kattan for that one, man.
Yeah, like he was like that. I mean, even watching it, I'd be like, because he actually was like the black person in this movie.
Yeah, he was like, actually acting too.
He was like, "Yo, I don't fuck with this house. I need to get the fuck out of here." Like, and then another thing, like when everybody seen him going crazy at their window, it was like, "Yo," and see when you know what, it's kind of like Ramirez was in that movie. Everybody's like, "All right, man, you're a little extra," you know what I'm saying? And then come to find out, like he's the one that knows the most about the situation. So like everybody's kind of looking at him like, man, okay, man, you acting out too much. But he knew the importance of like, yo, like I got to get the fuck out of here. I get him trying to get that $1 million check, but then at the same time, it's like I got to get out of here. I'm not staying here any longer than I have to. So he was kind of forced by Eddie and Sarah to fucking, you know what I'm saying, find another way to get up out of there.
Yeah.
But I think, man, honestly, like. All the little stuff in the movie, man, like, cause see, I like the whole story of Dr. Vandekit, right? Because it's like, okay, right, so the place burns up back in the 30s because he was doing some sick illegal shit to these fucking
wild ass experiments
on these mental patients that was prisoners, and so he was just doing like all of this insane shit with them, and so they fucking flipped out. When they just started killing everybody there, and Dr. Vandekit is like, yo, if I'm gonna die, all y'all die. So he fucking do the whole lockdown joint, and so everybody dies down there. And I like how the movie did it when it was just like, you could only see this motherfucker on video.
Yeah, because the camera was rolling.
Yeah,
in that situation.
And then, but also what I like was like when old girl went down there, like when Melissa went down there. Now she's the crazy one. Why are you walking around by yourself with this fucking camera? I don't know.
Yo, can we talk about how she had that big ass video camera though?
Man, it's 1999, man.
Come on, fam. They had more better video cameras than that, bro.
Well, the good thing is it was needed because we needed that big screen to see that one part. You know what I'm saying? Because like when she was sitting there looking at that table and she put the camera up. And you see Dr. Vandekit, his people working on somebody, and then she put it down, and you looking, ain't nobody there.
The fact that she had to do all that and still got killed pissed me off because the first time you do this and you see people and you do that and ain't nobody there, it's time to go. Yeah, it's time. They don't need to double check. You know they ain't there. You can see it. It's right there. Get out. Then the goddamn monster thing pop up on her. And stood in the hallway for about a good 2 minutes. You could have been did something. You just standing there looking, trying to make sure. I'm like, man, nah, bro. These folks deserve to die in these situations, man. If you take forever in the day to do some stupid stuff like that, you deserve to take the L, man. You don't need to be here no more. You are a risk to humanity.
Yeah, Melissa, she definitely fucked up. Like that was, but like I like that, man. And like when they showed Dr. Vetican when he had went into we had went into Evelyn's room and like he started like shaking his head and then put up the knife joint and like he would walk like a robot. Hey yo, I thought that shit was, I don't know why I thought that shit was so fucking cool, but like just the fact of like, and like you said, it kind of reminded you of like 13. You said you think you remember, but the way I would describe it, you was like, yo, that shit sound like 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, it sounded like 13 Ghosts, but I'm gonna be honest, there was nothing like 13 Ghosts. Absolutely nothing like 13 Ghosts. This was if 13 Ghosts was a game show. That's what this was.
Yo, listen, man. I fucked with this movie, man. Like I don't know why, because like this is one of, like, for me, this was one of those movies where it's just like, first of all, when the whole thing of like, you know what I'm saying, these 5 random people show up, when this dude made one list and like this whole other list, because I like the timing was.
I'm glad you said go ahead, because I got another question too.
Because the timing was good. They gave us enough mystery time of like, okay, so we seen that you put down 5 names and it was erased, and then all these other names pop up. And it's like, well, why did these people show up? So
why did these people show up, nigga?
Well,
first and foremost, these are not the names I put down.
Yeah.
How don't you know what the names were?
But I thought that the way that Stephen Price played it, because he's like, because he saw it. Well, Evelyn saw it first. She was like, "Who the fuck are all of you?" Then that fucking ceiling thing came down, and then that was a good distraction though, because she almost got her damn head cut off.
For sure.
Eddie didn't jump in.
So was she also a descendant of one of the people that died in there?
Well, she was married to Stephen, so they kind of.
So he was one of the.
Yeah, because when they showed the picture, when they went in Dr. Vanica's office and they looked at the picture and they was like, "Yo, look at all of these names." Now we know how the list was made, because you saw the last name Baker, you saw the last name Jensen, you know what I'm saying? You saw the last name Pritchard, you saw the last name Price. So it was like everybody that had worked there when Dr. Vanica was there. So they gave you a good 45 minutes before they even showed you that. So, but because like I think like Mr. Price was like, "Yo, like I don't even know," because when he asked everybody's name when he was doing the check joint. And he was like, "I've never heard of any of y'all."
And that's what was throwing me off, because I'm like, "Nigga, you made the list." So even if you don't remember them, what made you just accept these people in here? You don't know who these people are.
True, but I think the way the Price looked at it was like, well, I mean, y'all already here, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll with y'all. Like, if y'all want $1 million, y'all can go ahead and get it, but y'all ain't the people that I put down. So crazy. I think the people that he wrote down was people that him and Evelyn knew, but I think that he knew that those people would probably do something to get that type of money. I'm guessing these people could have used $1 million and they would have did almost anything for it. I think that those were the people that he originally put down. But for these people to show up, he's like, well, obviously y'all to do anything for $1 million too, because y'all here. Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this $1 million. Well, if y'all make it through the night, and if people start dying and there's one person left, you get $5 million. So, but then also for the people that, if we got young listeners on here, in 1999, $1 million, that's a grip.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, like, I know now.
Ain't shit now. But that's a lot of money.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it ain't shit. Because if I get $1 million right now,
as far as like good. Inflation and all that. No, if you get $1 million, good. I'm saying like as far as inflation,
like back then,
a meal would be going in about 3 months. Easy.
So, like 99, what you thinking a meal is? Maybe 5?
Nah, it's probably about like 10.
Really? You think it's that much inflation from 99?
Nigga, you can still get 20. You can still get a 25-cent bag of chips in 1999.
This is true.
You could literally go to the store with $1 and leave out. I was just telling my little sister this. In 1999, you could go to the store with $1 and leave out with a bag of chips, a can of pop, a honey bun, and some candy. And 2 packs of ramen noodles.
Dude, I used to go to the store. It used to be these pizzas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cause this was the thing. Back then, you know what I'm saying? Like my favorite frozen pizza, I still get these bitches to the day, is the Tostitos like joints.
Oh yeah, the single joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back then they used to be 99 cents.
Yep.
But they used to have another pizza, you know what I'm saying, came in this green box. It used to be called GW. I don't know what the GW stood for.
Mm-hmm.
But they was 69 cents.
Fire.
They were just a little bit smaller than the Tostitos pizzas. It's like, man, so you, like I said,
this is the triple meat joints, bro. Pause was crazy.
Watch this. That's what I get. Hey, boy, the triple meat be hitting, boy.
For sure.
And
I eat the triple meat pizza rolls.
Hey, yeah, they fire too.
For sure.
But it's just like, man, you can almost get a meal for $1. Like you can get a 69-cent GW pizza. You know what I'm saying? You got
pop.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah.
Listen, I told you can go get 2 packs of ramen noodles, some spare candy. You can go get you a bag of chips. You get you a honey bun or a Twinkie or ho-ho cake, and you can still get you a pop. You have all that for $1.
Yeah, because they used to sell them individually back in the day, and they used to have all the flavors in ramen noodles. 15 cents.
10 cents. You go to the right spot. It was a dime.
Well, yeah. So you could, So a meal was a good bit of money back in '99.
That's what I'm saying. So you'd have cleaned up.
Yeah, you would have definitely. But the thing is, I think that the people that showed up though, that the house created the list, they didn't. The only person that really knew the backstory of the house was Pritchard, and that's why Pritchard was acting the way he was acting, is because Pritchard. So he knew about the house, but I think the way that these other people looked at it, they're like, "Yo, a meal just to stay here, cool, whatever. Like, ain't shit gonna happen."
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I was offered that now, like $1 million, just a tax-free $1 million, just to stay in a quote unquote haunted house, I'm in there. Yeah,
because like the thing about haunted houses, most places that are haunted, like, we don't really hear about like the shit that we be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Like it don't be nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what 1408 was all about. He went to all of these haunted spots and was like, yo, it ain't nothing. Like nothing is happening in these places.
But see, it's like now, like you could actually watch people go to like these haunted places, these quote unquote haunted places, and there don't be nothing but some static on the microphone, and every now and then it'll be a bright spot that'll pop up because they got a light on, but everything is night vision, so it looked like a ghost flailing past or whatever. It might be a nigga in some reflectors or something. I don't know, but yeah, if I had to do that, what they doing for $1 million overnight, man, where my blanket at? I'm going right to bed. That's it.
Yeah, so I mean, I can see how, but then like even so when it came to, I could see how Sarah went because she was just an assistant for Jennifer Jensen, so she just stole her fucking invitation. Yeah. Eddie, he said he was a former pro baseball player.
Yep.
So he was like, shit, man, my money ain't rolling in no more. So, you know what I'm saying? I can get a meal from just going to this party. Cool. Yeah,
why not?
The Blackburn dude, I don't even know how he even, that's the one mystery that I do have. I don't know if Evelyn actually called him personally and was like, yo, I want you to, you know what I'm saying, come to my party.
His name wasn't on the list though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So she definitely invited him. Or I mean, I ain't gonna lie, her and Steven's relationship was crazy. So he might have invited dude, knowing that he boning his girl.
I don't know.
Because like when everything was happening, like they wasn't like shook that they was around each other. It wasn't even obvious that throughout the whole thing, you didn't even know that they knew each other until the time she faked her death in front of everybody. Yeah. And then I thought he was about to get freaky with the body, and then she woke up. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to say, boy, this dude's a total freak.
Nah, he was getting freaky with the body because he put his hand down there and said, cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, but she wasn't dead though.
I mean, she wasn't dead, but she flatlined at least.
I don't think she did, bro. Because that was that was planned out.
I mean, it was planned out, but he said that her heart did stop. Remember when he gave her the shot?
He told them
she
that.
tried to lean up. I'm saying that's what he told her. He was like, "Don't get up so fast because your heart stopped."
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I thought that they was just saying that. Even still, he's a freaky man, bro.
Yeah,
and you know what? You know what, Peter Gallagher? I want to tell you something, bro. Everything you play in, you are a freak. And I can't stand his eyebrows, bro. His eyebrows piss me off. Mr. Deeds, hate his eyebrows. In American Beauty, when he was the boss that was banging his wife, hated his eyebrows then. Yeah, I hated his eyebrows then. A bunch of movies and shows that I just see him in. I don't like his eyebrows. They make me mad and angry because first and foremost they too thick, bro. They too prominent. But outside of that, like he always playing like these like dirtbag roles, bro.
That's funny.
He's been a dirtbag for a long time in the movies. Shout out to Peter Gallagher.
That's fucking funny. But like I say, I think that like this movie, like it got certain subs in it. Like if you really, really like paying attention, like I said, he wasn't on the list, so he technically isn't supposed to be there. And Evelyn was like, after he woke her up, and she was like, well, she asked, was everybody convinced? And it was like, yeah. And they was like, well, what about the girl? He was like, we can't find her. He was like, man, she could be watching us. And because they never found the body. Yeah. So she's like, yo, we need another body. And she was like, you know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. And they just start stabbing the shit out of my dude.
And then, like that threw me out too, because they was planning to kill the husband.
Yeah, well, she killed him to get everybody else suspicious because she still did. Nobody believed that the house was actually killing motherfuckers.
Right.
Until
they seen
probably. I think the one that really got them was like they saw the shit that happened to the girl. See, this is the thing. They still wasn't convinced. All of them was there. They was all together
Evelyn,
when the
Evelyn
girl died.
even was like, how much did you pay her off to act like she died and then go hide?
Yeah, so they thinking that she just dead. I think that they really didn't. Like,
when they hit Pritchard, that's when shit got real.
Yeah, and then when the black 1999. Yeah, I know the Black Foggy shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look as great as it could, but I think 99 that shit probably looked pretty good.
Perfect. It was perfect for what it was because there's no way you can get that shit to look good. I don't care what you do. If you see that at all, you know what I'm saying? It was perfect that it didn't look real. Because if you see that at all, get the fuck out. Go somewhere. This is my thing. They kept going to all these places. You know where they wasn't getting attacked at?
In that
where the entrance was.
Room, whatever the thing was.
Nobody ever got attacked there.
Well, when the black thing came out, it came through there when they was running upstairs to go to the attic.
Running up the stairs. The only thing that happened was the thing fell and it almost cut her in the face.
Yeah. Up until that point, yes. So it was just like, I know, like in our actuality, people could watch this movie and be like, well, if y'all would have just stayed there the whole night, then y'all would have been good.
Maybe. I'm not saying they would have, but they were standing a great chance because they had a whole bunch of conversations in that motherfucker, bro.
they did
a lot of talking.
But the crazy part was when they put Steven in that chamber thing and turned that bitch on.
Man.
Yo, that's crazy. Because
that's another thing that threw me off. What was that supposed to be? Because I know what the little thing that go around is. That's like the little film thing where, you know what I'm saying, you could spin it, put a light on it and everything, and it's like a little movie picture or whatever. But why was it so big, and why did you have to lock somebody in there and then have a gear to turn it up faster or whatever? Like, what did that do? Because I was confused on that too.
They said when Dr. Vonnegut made it or whatever, his whole philosophy was it'll turn a madman sane and a sane man mad. So he figured if I run y'all through this test thing that I created, if you are insane, I can make you sane, but it'll work for the opposite for somebody who's not insane. It will turn you insane. Right. So that was a whole thing of what Dr. Vanniken had put together. But and that's what we started to see with Price, because when he put the glasses on, that thing started spinning and he started bouncing that ball. All of a sudden, he see his own fucking head, turn into the fucking ball, and then he see Evelyn holding it, and then all of a sudden he get tossed in this fucking water tank, and fucking
where the fuck did the water tank come from?
I think that was in his head, because at that point, it was kind of like hypnotized him in a way.
Oh right, okay.
So that he was just really dreaming that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you seen that girl,
my nigga turned into ashes and shit. Like it was a bunch of stuff going on that had no explanation.
Oh, so you talking about when the black cloud thing took
over? when the Mist Demon came.
The Mist Demon.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy right here, I've never heard that before in my life.
I mean, come on, man. What else was it?
Mist Demon.
The Black Death.
I guess that's better than the Black. It was all of the souls of the people who died there. So everybody who died there, they were just all in this black mist thing. And
okay, so what was the okay, I get that. That actually makes sense. What though was the damn the mouth at the end of the other side of the hallway? What was that? What was the tapeworm doing eating up the hallway?
that was just, I think that was just a scare tactic. Like I think that was just for them.
That shit didn't have nothing to. They threw that in there just to throw that in there. That was to add something onto the budget, bro. Because when I seen that, I was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "These niggas got a shark in here or something." Like, it was all weird because, like, okay, remember the thing that we talked about earlier that was down there looking at what's her name, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
So it was down there staring at Melissa when she was looking at the
camcorder and going up and going down.
Yeah. I seen that, but then it was like a couple other ones that was like that too. So my whole thing was like, what was those?
The people that was helping them?
They wasn't helping them, they killed her. That thing killed her.
No, but what I'm saying is, are you talking about the people? Are you talking about the thing that was at the end of the hall, or the other people?
Yeah, them faceless things.
Yeah, those I don't fucking know. I don't know if those were old people that was in the house that I don't know. I don't know.
Because that's what kept. I'm like, where the fuck did that person or thing come from? Because at first I thought it was a person. I thought one of them had got like entranced or something. So I'm like, oh man, the house done got one of them to go down there and kill her. Then I seen it, and then it did the thing and yelled at her, and her hair and shit blew back. But it ain't had like no eyes or no nose. It was just like
had a mouth. Yeah,
and I was like, what? Okay, what is that? Because that's what I'm saying. It wasn't nothing in this movie that was just explaining shit. It was just a bunch of weird, freaky shit going on in this house.
You know what? Now that I think about it, so do you remember? Right before they threw him in that tank, they put that thing over his face, and then they wrapped that wire around it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what that was. Maybe that was people that they put that wrap around their face. But the only thing that still don't explain is how the girl opened up her mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the whole thing been like that.
I thought it was either that, because that's actually a good explanation. I forgot about that part, but it could have been that, or remember when they first went down there and then they had the light or whatever, and it turned and it was like them bodies or them like mummies or whatever it was. That's what I thought it was too. I thought them had came to life.
Could have been. But like, and okay, this is the part, because like I said, for me personally, the way Pritchard was acting, that would have had me uneasy to the point of like, yo, there's a reason why this dude's acting like this. Like this shit seemed too sincere, right?
Yeah.
But what really got me, what that would have gotten me, was when Sarah and Eddie was by themselves, and then she started seeing what she thought was Eddie. And remember, the eyes had the little shit in his eyes. And she was like, yo, like, what are you doing? I thought you was a nice guy and you acting weird. And then remember he fell in that pool of blood or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's digging through that. And he was like, what are you doing? And then you realize it wasn't even him. Yeah. Like I would have been like, okay, I literally just saw you fall into this goddamn pool of blood, yo. Like, it is some weird fucking shit going on here.
Something is happening, and we got to get out of it. That's why I said it just wasn't making sense to me. They kept going to the places to where the danger was for no reason.
And I think that's the whole. But to be honest with you, like I think that what this movie was trying to do was like, I don't think it necessarily is supposed to make sense. I think it just supposed to have been scary, like those different scenarios. Because even that, so now these people can impersonate people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just adds a scarier factor to it because it's like, yo, like I literally would just exactly. This could be somebody that's completely fake. Even and like that's another reason why. Well, it was two reasons they was looking at Price weird because they was like, yo, she shot Price like 8 times in the chest, but she didn't know that he had a bulletproof vest on.
Right.
So, but at the same time, she remembers seeing a version of Eddie that wasn't fucking Eddie. So it's like what's really going on? Like, are you really you at this point? Or like what's really going on? So I think that for me, like, I get what you're saying as far as like there is some shit in there that is fucking funny. But then at the same time, for me personally, okay, right. Everybody that listens to this, and you know, I'm huge into horror. And like the shit that really gets me is where that really scares me is if I'm in the people's shoes that are there.
100%, I agree.
I'm one of those people. Like if it's a movie that they say is scary and I watch it and it's like, yo, like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't like Chucky. Chucky never fucking scared me. Like you 2 foot nothing.
Yeah, you could literally like punt him
exactly
like Baxter off
I never understood. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like 1, 2, 3 was cool. I like the
they great movies. It's just that it just like realistically that it just don't make sense.
Like you're not killing me, my guy.
Yeah, that's my whole thing is what I tell you what really pisses me off. Because I know we getting off track, but I just got to say this.
Yeah,
where they be tussling with him.
It's like, yo, I'm holding this motherfucker by his hair. Like, come on,
that's what I'm saying. It's a dog, bro. They be like, fam, you can literally lift his nigga up and throw him. You can lock him in a toy box.
That's just like okay, y'all, we're gonna move. But that's just like the first one, right? When she picked up, when he was acting like a daughter, she picked him up and she was like, talk, nah. So then she turned on the fireplace and then she's like, you gonna talk, I'm gonna throw you in there. So then he started talking and then you throw him. like what you throw him for?
Exactly.
Like the whole point of Chucky is when you got him, you don't let him go. That's the whole point. I never understood that.
It's a lot of stuff in these movies that just don't make sense. Another thing that didn't make sense in this movie to me, when they all had the opportunity to get a gun and nobody else grabbed the gun.
Okay, true, but when Steven told them, well, no, he didn't tell them.
He didn't tell them that it wasn't a little later. In there.
Yeah, it was a little later.
That ain't the point. They had the opportunity to have the gun. Only one person grabbed the gun.
True, but then at the same time, it's like if you're dealing with souls that are already dead, what a gun gonna do?
But see, you don't know you're dealing with that yet. That's what made me confused. Was everybody had a personalized gun? They all had their own gun.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate.
Coffins and everything.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So what we knew about Stephen Price was he was huge in the amusement parks and also scaring people, right? Because she said that, yo, he done this before at a birthday party back in '96 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What if he hired actors,
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's say that he did give out real guns, and then you shoot somebody, and this shit was a joke.
But see, this is the thing though. We know he didn't. We knew he wasn't gonna give out no real gun. My thing is, what if the whole purpose of having the guns was for the actors to act like they got shot and die? You ruined it because only one person got the damn gun. He said, "Did you see the presentation? He had a big coffin. He opened up the big coffin. It was little coffins in there. Little coffins all had guns in them. Get a gun. Yeah. Just get a gun."
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Halloween Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
When my man was playing Michael Myers, and then like when they started beating his ass, he was like, "Turn the cameras off, turn the cameras off." And he told them that it was fake. He was like, "You know what I'm saying? Just play, you know what I'm saying? Play this shit up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, like you're right. I think that for me, like if I was there, like in that situation, that's what's scary to me, because like you said, nothing makes sense. And then, like I said, when Stephen Price was like, "Yo," he was like, "I need to find that motherfucker that's walking around here in that white medical coat or whatever." Mm-hmm. And then Pritchard's like, "Dr. Vannegut." Like, nobody thought that strange. Dr. Vannegut died in 1932. Why is he walking around here in a lab coat?
Nigga, the fact that he had his name should have let you know that something is up.
Well, no, Price didn't have Vannegut's name.
No, the fact that Pritchard said it.
Yeah. Because
the fact that he said his name should have let you know, like, yo, okay, you know something, obviously. But this is my thing. He knew something this whole time. He was telling them, "Hey, man, look, you don't want to go down there, because if you go down there, you know what I'm saying, it's basically a maze. You might get lost, and there's some shit down there that you don't want to see." They want to go. They went down there anyway. Hey, man, give me my money, let me out. He didn't do it. Like, if Pritchard was the one that could have saved this whole day.
True. But I think Pritchard also knew that we're not going to be able to just stay here. Because another thing is, if you don't have a camera, you don't know what the fuck is going on, because you can't see these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is true. I forgot about that part.
Because remember, and this is another part that was scary, and the makeup was great on this. When Price went to the control room and turned that chair around and told that dude, like, "Dude, man, what's going on?" And his whole face was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that shit was crazy. And that's when Price really knew that there was something going. But even though Price saw Vannegut in the fucking control on the camera. Right. So that's when he saw him. So he was like, "Yo, he's the one who cut his face out." But you really think Evelyn hired somebody? Because Evelyn didn't know that dude was in there.
True.
See, that was the one thing that did bother me about this movie, is every time the unexplainable happened, Evelyn blamed Price blamed her. It's like, there's no way that they could have done that shit. Like, the other person could have done it.
Fucking relationship too.
Yeah, like the whole thing. He was like, "Yo, you fucking everything in our area code." And he's like, cool with it. And then she's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go run scolding in the water on every spot that you just touched me."
Like, yeah, like she was like, "You're hurting me." He was like, "Good." Like, okay.
I think, you know what? That's one of those show relationships. You know what I'm saying? I think that she married him because of his money, and he married her because she was hot. You know what I mean? And it was just like,
pronounce her real name?
I don't fucking know. That's why I ain't said it.
Femke Jensen,
something like that. You might have it. I don't know. That's why I ain't said it.
Find out. Go ahead, though. I'm about to find
out. But yeah, they did have a strange relationship. But I think that that's one of those things where you see like the older gentleman, because you could tell he was a little bit older than her. It was just like a dude that got a lot of money. He married this hot girl. Like, it's for the status. And I think that he probably was banging women, and he knew she was fucking dudes. And they were just really doing shit for the look. You know what I'm saying? They just like, you my for sure wife. You know what I'm saying? You the person that I'll take out in public and people see us together. I think that that's what really their relationship was. Like, I don't think they ever like fucking loved each other or something like that. She just loved, like, because even when she thought that he was dead, remember after Sarah had shot him and she had came up on him and she was like, "You want to know one thing I always loved about you? Your money." And then he grabbed her by her neck and started choking her ass out. So like she never loved that dude. She just wanted his money.
Well, yeah, I mean that's usually how sugar daddy and sugar baby relationships go.
I mean, yeah. So like, but still, like, what I didn't understand that was funny about their relationship was the fact that it was like, because we saw when he threw her through that wall, he was like, "Evelyn, get up, Evelyn, get up." You know what I'm saying? Like they had love for each other, but they wasn't in love. Like,
well,
but what I didn't get was the games that they played. It's just like y'all act like y'all really don't like each other, but y'all playing all these fucking games. Like, why y'all play so much?
Because that's their relationship. Like, she doing whatever it takes for him to, you know, leave that money to her, and he like, well, I'm gonna make this worth your while. At least that's how I seen it. It was just a weird. It wasn't even a toxic relationship. It was just a weird relationship. Like, you could tell that neither one of them liked each other. He didn't get what he thought he was gonna get. She didn't get what she thought she was gonna get. And then it's like you just drag all these other people into this weird energy that y'all got. Because it's like all this shit happening. She walking around in disbelief. So they don't know whether this shit is real or fake or set up or nothing. And then these poor people just sitting in this house about to die.
I mean, true. Because like I felt bad for the Melissa girl, even though she was stupid. But what got me was Pritchard because Pritchard was, you know what I'm saying? He knew everything, and for him to die, but it was cool what he was able to do. You know what I'm saying? To get Eddie out at the end, because you know, I mean, now Eddie could have said that to be fucking around, but I think that to go along with the movie script for there only be two people to survive, and the one person never was supposed to been there because she was the assistant. She wasn't even Jennifer Jensen, and then Eddie just say, "Yo, I'm adopted. I ain't got nothing to do with this." So for those two people to make it out, I think Eddie probably really was adopted. He wasn't related to the Baker person that was on that picture.
Well, what pissed me off about the ending was the fact that they basically had to go back in the house to get out.
Well, we don't know that. But
how was they gonna get down?
Well, they probably had to, because see, the thing is, so you remember when they was saying that, yo, that we gonna have to, you know, stick it out through the night or whatever. He was like, you know, there's a crew that come in at 9 o'clock or some shit like that. Yeah. So I'm guessing that 9 o'clock crew showed up. But this is the thing: if the place is on lockdown, how the fuck is that 9 o'clock crew gonna get in?
That's why I said I was trying to figure out how they was gonna get back in it, because I'm like, that didn't make sense for them to be stuck there. How was they gonna escape?
Well, I mean, I was just happy to see that when Mr. Price, you know what I'm saying, when he you know what I'm saying, went up in to a crisp, you know what I'm saying, the money got blown up into, you know, to right up under the door, and these motherfuckers was able to still get that damn money.
$5 million, bro.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is, all right, did they, because you know what I'm saying, you seen the little love connection, you know what I'm saying, when he grabbed the booty, when they put her up there to go fix the light or whatever, they had their little chemistry. Connection.
Sir.
Hey, you the one that said no.
Ali Larter is nice, but nigga, I got $5 million.
Yo, you the one that said, when I can't remember which movie we did, I was like, yo, why every time there's a movie like this and something traumatic happens, these motherfuckers always get together? You was like, because they went through a traumatic thing together.
Yeah, no, for sure. However, you know what I'm saying, as a person of experience, you know what I'm saying, that has been through traumatic situations and, you know what I'm saying, kind of fellas, you know, I understand that. However, we on the edge of a mountain. And I got 5 checks for $1 million that's not
but all of them Oh, so you telling me he ain't split it with her?
I don't know what he did. I'd have pushed her off that cliff though. Nigga, the house got her. That's what I'd have said. I mean, let's keep it G. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? $5 million?
Oh man.
You gonna split $5 million with her?
Yes, man.
Fuck no, nigga. That's my money. First and foremost, I'm the only black dude at the party.
Yo.
Second, I wasn't even supposed to be here. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh,
this is
man.
about some shit about the people that adopted me. So now I need extra money on top of that. She chose to come here. She snuck here. She wanted to be here. She wasn't even supposed to be here. She stole from somebody. She committed a crime to get here.
I mean, she did. She committed fraud. She said she was Jennifer Jensen.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'd have pushed her off. Took that $5 million. Got on up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't have pushed her off and I would have shared it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I would look at it like, all right, this motherfucker, even though everything you said is correct, she looked out for me. She could have let me die. You know what I'm saying? Pushed me into the thing, and I mean, she could have just let me sit here. Remember, she the one who pulled him out, cause he was blocking. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, you saved my life a couple of times tonight. So you know what I'm saying? So you know you could get the money, and then I would have looked at it like, cause I would have felt like some bad juju, man. Even though I would have had $5 million.
Bad juju, nigga, you almost died in a house that you weren't even supposed to be in. Some shit. But ghosts. They brought ghosts to you, bro.
But then you still volunteered to go. He didn't have to go.
No. See, because this was just supposed to be a thing. Oh, maybe I get scared, maybe I don't. These was real goddamn ghosts. And you didn't know none of this. All you were trying to do was just get this little $1 million, get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was gonna go over there, sleep, you know what I'm saying? Maybe hear a ooh, and then you know what I'm saying, it was over with. No, these motherfuckers, the house falling apart, ghosts doing surgery. It's all kind of things going on in this house. It's a worm at the end of the hallway that's eating the doorway and turning into another worm, and then it's the mist demon coming. Nah, bro. Nah, she getting pushed off that cliff.
Man, this guy. So let me ask you this: did you see the end credits?
No,
or you
I
stopped?
didn't know. I didn't. Yeah, I definitely stopped.
Okay, so this is what happened at the end. It's basically like that old camera format. You remember, like when at the beginning, when my man started spinning the camera and show. It was another scene like that, but Dr. Vannegut and everybody was working on. They had Steven and Evelyn just wide open, and they cutting them up, doing like surgery on them. So like that's how the movie ended. The movie actually ended with like that old movie scene.
That was it.
But yeah, like it was like they were just cutting up because Steven was dead already. Like they had his whole chest open, and Evelyn like they was cutting on her, but like she was like reaching for Steven and like kind of like because they had like two tables side by side.
What did that even mean? That's what I'm saying. What does all this shit mean?
Well, remember like when the Miss Steven scooped them up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all with them now. So basically, if now.
Oh, that was the mist that got. I thought this nigga turned into ash like Avengers.
No, because okay. So you remember when they first got Evelyn, right? So when Evelyn was down in that, so when he pushed her through the wall, and then he started seeing that black shit, he was like, Evelyn, get up! Like Evelyn, get up! And then the mist thing like grabbed her and pulled her into the wall. Oh, and it's like it sucks everything.
Because he was running down the hallway, and then it was
before then, because like it's basically like when they suck everything out of you, it like dry you out, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's just what it leaves behind is like the ashes of you or whatever. So it just showed like all of those people who died down there, all of the doctors and everything. It just showed them operating on Steven and Evelyn. So what I'm thinking is probably like one of those situations that's kind of like, did you ever see so you know how on Netflix they did Hill House, right? And remember they did Bly Manor. Did you see that?
That's
did you
what
watch
that's supposed to be.
You remember Bly Manor? If you died there, you couldn't leave.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's kind of like that situation. Like if you died in
you
Haunted
basically
Hill,
became a part of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, respect. Okay. Yeah. Well, man, let's go ahead and get into the Fire Flames, man. It's about that time.
Yes, sir.
Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame.
Oh man, what you got?
Like I said earlier, man, this was one of those 1999 joints. The year that we both kind of proclaimed was the best year of cinema. Well, a lot of shit to come out that year. I think the cast was good. Like, Jeffrey Rush, I seen him in some shit. Obviously, Tay Diggs,
Don't do that, bro.
I mean,
don't just skip over Jeffrey Rush like that. He was Barbosa in Pirates of the Caribbean, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, I didn't watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
I know him from.
Oh yeah, see. Come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
I ain't gonna say I never watched it from start to finish. I've seen some of Pirates of the Caribbean. I just never sat down and watched it.
This nigga ain't never watched Star Wars. You ain't never watched Pirates of the Caribbean. Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
We already talked about this, man. Harry Potter. I haven't seen none of Harry Potter. I told you I seen
Lord of the Rings.
I know. Shit. I seen the first two Lord of the Rings.
Not the one because your cousin made you watch it. I'm talking about. Oh, come on, man. Go ahead. This is sickening.
But nah, I like Jeffrey Rush. I seen him before. I've actually seen everybody, and then I can't say her name, man. But
it's Famke.
Famke?
I think so.
Like, so you know what I'm saying? We know her from the Faculty. She was Jean. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like she was the wife in Taken. Like, she's been in a lot of shit. So I mean, it's a good, and like you mentioned, your guy that was in Roxbury.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a good
Peter
cast.
Gallagher. Don't forget about Peter Gallagher.
Yeah, Peter Gallagher and my dude that played. I only seen him in one other movie. The dude that played Dr. Vonnegut. He was the guy. Okay. Have you ever seen? Because I never
Jeffrey Combs.
I don't know. I'm not looking at the thing no more. But have you ever seen I Still Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yes.
So do you remember the guy that worked at the hotel? And like
it's been a minute since I've seen that.
But you remember because he had the dog like when they was ringing the bell and he came and put his hand on the bell and then he moved his hand like he just seemed like he was having a shitty day like the whole fucking time he was there. But that is the same guy that played Dr. Vonnegut. But the whole point of what I'm saying is it was a good cast. I like that the shit. I like how they actually, well, to me, made it make sense by like how
he was in Doom Patrol.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. But how they made it make sense of how the list was made and the people who actually died and how, you know what I'm saying, Blackburn wasn't on the list, so it made sense for the house not to kill him because she killed him. So I think all of that shit was cool. I think that if I was in that situation, I would be scared. So I mean, as much as I like it, like I'm not gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it a 4. You know what I'm saying? It's a movie that I rewatch. You know what I'm saying? A pretty good bit. But I didn't like the Return to the House on Haunted Hill though. That shit was stupid. But but this one was tight though.
I'm going a step right up under you, man. A couple steps right up under you. I'm gonna go with 3. It's not a bad movie. It's actually a great movie as far as horror goes because it gives you the gore, it gives you the guts, it gives you all of the essentials of a horror movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you don't get what you need out of it. It's a lot of plot holes, which a lot of it is not like thoroughly explained or like explained enough to where you'll be like, the whole list thing that made, like, to me, that's what made it all really make sense. But outside of that, like, I just didn't get where the house was, I guess, turning in, or they turned into the house, so the house was like the living thing or whatever. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that part, but that's what really made it a 3 for me. Outside of that, though, this is a great movie, great cast, by the way. It's a sneaky great cast too, because you don't even realize like the fact that they have all of these people in here. Like these are real names. You know what I'm saying?
I think that this is before they really. I mean,
for sure,
yeah,
it is.
Because I don't even think Taye Diggs
With
even
Taye
did.
Diggs, Taye Diggs is huge at this point.
I don't even think he did. Stella Got a Groove Back yet, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For sure. Stella came out in hold on.
When did Stella come out? This motherfucker got 244 titles, my guy.
For sure, bro.
Taye Diggs wasn't playing. Okay.
Yeah, it came out in 98.
Oh, yo, do you see? I forgot about that. He's not. Yo, Taye Diggs, 1999 was House on 100 Hill, Best Man, and the Wood.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. He was the man, bro.
He was really
doing it.
Yeah, Stella came out in 98. Yep, dude, he was in Guiding Light, yo. He was in 8 episodes of Guiding Light.
Yeah, so he was doing his thing. Fonke, she this was actually crazy because right after this, I believe that's when X-Men came out. Because X-Men came out like 2000, 2001.
Well, you know what? I think she did Faculty the same year. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Faculty was one of those 1999 joints.
It might have been. For some odd reason, I'm thinking it's 97.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, you know what? It was 98. You want to know how I know? Because it was 98. Because Josh Hartnett did Faculty and he did what we've been talking about, H2O, Halloween, and Halloween it says introducing Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett, yeah.
Because that came out before the Faculty did, so that was released first.
Yep, you're right. 1998. I didn't know she was in the Goldeneye film though. She was in Goldeneye. Xenia Onatopp, 1995, and she was also X-Men came out in 2000. So this was a great time for her.
Yep.
So yeah, like I said, with Chris Kattan and them, you know what I'm saying, they were doing their thing. Ali Larter, she was really doing her thing. She was in Final Destination,
which came out in 99. They came out same year.
Yep. Bridget Wilson Sampras. Was she married to Pete Sampras?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Wait a minute. I gotta look that up. I wonder if she was married to Pete Sampras, or related to Pete Sampras at least. But shout out to her because she was Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat. She was in Billy Madison. She was the girl in Billy Madison. She was in The Last Action Hero with Kurt Russell. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was doing her thing, bro. She really got like some roles in this thing.
Oh yeah. She definitely does.
She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, yeah, she got some joints. So yeah, like they really had a great cast, but outside of that, like I said, those plot holes that really got me. But outside of that, yeah, this is a great movie, man. So let's get into the coming soon.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So continuing the Fright Fest, man, is one of the creepiest, most. Now, this is the one thing about this movie that I do like. Because you mentioned this, you said that when you can put yourself in people's shoes in the movie.
Yeah, she was married to Pete Sampras. That's her husband.
Okay,
they still married. They got married in 2000.
That's what's up, bro. That's crazy. That's dope, though. That's dope.
Yep.
But so yeah, so you know what I'm saying, you put yourself in people's shoes in these roles or whatever, and you like, man, what would I do? This is one of the ones that if you put yourself in the shoes, you're gonna get anxiety. And we talking about The Strangers. This movie was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the ones where nigga, I lock my door to this day because of movies like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I think what made, and I'm not gonna give away the movie because this was in the trailer because I remember them playing this in the trailer. But the part that got me was just the fact of when Liv Taylor was like, "Yo, why are you doing this?" And they said, "Cause you was home." Yo,
nigga, that's what made me want to go see it because I was like, that was hard. I was like, that was hard because you could have just been like, man, who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And they ignored that shit, and they would have been killing your next door neighbor. But nah, you just decided to, you know what I'm saying, get up and answer the door. Stupid. It's stupid, man. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all keep your heads on the swivel, man, and continue to Fright Fest with us. October is back. This is S.Dot's favorite time of the year. You know what I'm saying? He's doing everything for Halloween short of putting out the fake dead bodies in the yard. But you know what I'm saying? He might do that this year, so y'all got to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know the funny thing. The funny thing is, dude. Like, I don't go to Halloween parties. I don't dress up and shit. Like, we went to a haunted house last year.
Oh man, go ahead. Go ahead.
But we might this year. I mean, if we went last year, I don't see why we wouldn't go this year. But like, I don't do the whole you know what I'm saying, decoration, all that type of shit.
Never mind. I about to say, but man, like, you got the house now. You know, you gonna do the decorations.
Nah, man. You know, I'm not gonna do it this year, man. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, I might not do a pie with a Michael Myers mask on or some shit one of these days.
That's raw. Yeah, I could. Yeah,
but
I can deal with that.
But I don't know, man. Like, I just love the movie watching, like, you know, like, cause everything, like, almost, cause this is the time where like. Almost every, you can go to all your little streaming services. Everybody horror section is better than it's been all year. Yeah, and then they're gonna take all them motherfuckers off at the end of the month. Yep, so
for sure,
I'm getting them all in, man. Like, I'm not, like I told you, I got 2 for what we watching, but that still ain't what. Like I told you, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. While I finally saw the strings.
Yeah.
So I finally seen that, and like I said, man, I've been watching you know, Friday the 13th and all that type stuff, man. So yeah, this is my time, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all get it in with us because, you know what I'm saying, this is gonna be super, super fun. And actually, this is the craziest part about all this. You are actually going to see S.Dot's knowledge of horror films throughout this whole time because this is what this dude really does. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But if you like the episode, if you didn't like the episode, if you got a suggestion, if you just want to tell us hey, or if you want to tell us hey, man, y'all suck, hit us up on the socials, man, on Instagram and Twitter at View9Pod, or you can hit us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can find me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson, and I got a link tree in my bio. You can find me everywhere else there.
Yeah, y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram and on Twitter at 28 Minutes or Less Pod. That is just on IG. Go check out the podcast. I haven't said it on this podcast. I did episode 102, man. I did season 3 of City on the Hill. You know what I'm saying? That was the Showtime show that I've been invested in, man, since 2019. Got Aldous Hodge in it, got Kevin Bacon in it. Really, really good show. So I broke that down. So go check that out on all major platforms. And like I say, you know, if y'all can't get enough of this shit, you know what I'm saying, go back in the Viewers Anonymous archives of last year where we did this. We did, 10? I think we did 10 last year. So. We didn't do it this year, but we even did Wes Craven last year. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like a horror, you know what I'm saying, director. Yeah. So go back in that.
We did a bonus last year too, didn't we? Or no, we did the Halloween Kills, what's your name, last year?
Yeah, that was the bonus that we did last year. Was Halloween Kills, and so it's even more material, and y'all can go back to my material because I did a horror fest on 28 minutes 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I did a whole bunch of shit there where, you know what I'm saying, with my man. I think the highest praise that I ever got from you was my top 5 slashers. list.
Yeah, because you know that shit backwards and forwards. This nigga didn't had no notes. He just read it off the top of his head. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
So y'all can go check that out. Old stuff, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I love the time of year.
Oh, I know you do, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited that you're excited because that makes it fun. You know what I'm saying? You be teaching me stuff just like I learned Halloween age 20. Oh man, listen, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, man. It's always greatly appreciated. Until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, man, that is a wrap.
Cut.